Okay, hello and welcome back to Boston United. Today we have our game against Brackley. I've played through the last few games and suffice to say, not been great. We haven't won a game since Atherton Collieries. We haven't won a game in the league since we beat York. I didn't manage that game. I came in against Darlington. And since then, 3 of our games have gone to 4 goals to the opposition. One's gone to 3. And only once have we actually kept a clean sheet, and that was against Atherton Collieries, a team I believe, are in the 9th tier of English football, compared to us, who are in the 6th tier. So, we've got our game against Boston United today, and I have made a lot of free signs, including this goalkeeper here. You can also see I made a few trial signings of goalkeepers. This one here, George Legg. If I could sign him, I would, but his wages are far too high from what I can actually afford. I did offer him a contract, but he wanted above £1,000 a week on wages, and I could not afford that. So, obviously, we had to say no to that deal. Other than that, not really much has happened in the last few weeks other than the defeats. Wrong one. I'm just going to tell our goalkeeper just to try and do well. We don't want to concede many goals. He's a former Wycombe Wanderers goalkeeper, so he has got a bit of history in a team that has played fairly well. We've got a corner kick for Brackley, headed away by Enger to Maycock, who's running along the wing now. I did attempt to play this before, but the video file corrupted, so it's a good thing that I save after I check the video. Brandon Thomas Asante, good goal from him. And the game I played with Brackley prior to this one, I managed to win 6-4. But I didn't have Yves Kalamba in goal. I had Crook in goal again, so probably why we let in 4 goals. Good pass into the middle from Maycock, brings it out wide to Will. Beautiful run from Boston United again. Poor cross though from Will, but he is a left back. I can kind of forgive that. Enger with a header forward only as far as Murray Betsy. Warman now. I would have probably thought he was offside, but evidently not. Puts it wide anyway, thankfully. So far we are leading 1-0. In the off period, in our game against Gloucester, we led the match 2-0 after 7 minutes, and we lost 3-2. So I'm not getting my hopes up yet. It's only 1 goal ahead. Oh, beautiful free kick from Brackley there. An even better save, mind you. Warman now on the right wing to Baker. Oh, poor pass from Baker. Maycock gets the ball. Ball forward only as far as Burn though. Brackley could make something of this still. Armson tries to get the ball out to Walker, doesn't reach him. Asante with a good kick forward reaches the Brackley box, and Hawkins kicks the ball out to the defenders. Warman now with the ball straight through on goal, puts wide by Makalambe though. Brilliant save from our new goalkeeper. Also made the signing of Cameron McGlip and Andy Dallas on loan deals. Don't think Andy Dallas was here prior to the last video ending, but if he was, he's a new signing. If he wasn't, he's not a new signing. Simple as. Although saying that, Dallas has played very well. He scored both of our goals against Gloucester, and he also scored one against Kings Lynn. So fairly good striker in that regard, because he's played in 3 games and scored 3 goals. Tiandali tries to get the ball but can't quite make it, but a good clearance from Maycock makes it all the way up to Armson in the middle of our half. It's been only 18 minutes so far. We've had a fair few clear-cut chances, both teams, and Makalambe collects that wayward cross. Ball to Naskins, long ball forward from Naskins. Adebayo Smith tries to header it to Walker but can't really get to him. And yet again, Brackley are now another attack building. And another save from our goalkeeper. Yet again a corner kick, but not one that got a highlight. This one has, however. Oh, Moore and Bedsy on the crossbar. We were let off there. Another corner kick to Brackley. Will they make something of this one? Bird to take. Good cross, but it's away by Maycock, only as far as Dean on the far side of the box. It's a beautiful shot from Baker on the outside, but still managed to tip that ball over for another corner kick. We are barely clinging on to this lead at this point in time. Byrne with the cross. Armson with a header that's well over the bar. And Boston United yet again let off very easily. I want to get at least 2 goals up, then I'll put myself on very defensive to hopefully allow us to hold on to our lead. Warman now. Runs through into the box as a shot saved by McCalambe. Corner kick again for Brackley. Burn to cross. Headed away by Naskins, and a kick from Williams goes well over the bar. Still, Boston United lead this match 1-0. Burn with a free kick, far outside the box, swings the ball into Baker. It's away by the defenders, and only as far as Williams though. Williams puts the ball out, only gets to Whittle however. Armson kicks the ball forward to Ardell, however you pronounce his name. Blocked though by Whittle. Moore and Bedsy pass the ball back to Armson. Kicks the ball forward for Werman, who scores, but he's offside, which is very good for our defenders. Our offside trap is working. Because in games like this one against Brackley and against Gloucester, I'm attempting to use an offside trap to try and pull their strikers too far forward. Carter now chasing down this ball. Walker kicks the ball forward to Warman. Warman has a shot and it's off the post, and Anger kicks the ball away to Nicky Walker. Oh, scratchy throat again today. Wardell to Armson. Puts the ball into Baker. Baker along the wing for Warman, but it gets to Anger instead. Pass the ball back to Calambe. Long ball forward for Calambe. Only as far as Dean. Naskins heads the ball to Byrne, to Walker. There's a shot. It's very close to the goal, however. We've had only 2 shots so far in this game. They've had 19. And yet we still somehow have a 1-0 lead in this game. Whittle now with the ball. Long ball forward. Touchdown by Maycock. Has a shot on goal, but tosses it at the far post and makes it 2-0 with his second of the match. Brandon Thomas Asante, a lone, I believe, right winger from York, I believe is the team he's come from. And it's a beautiful, beautiful goal from him again. Walker to Warren, back to Walker again. Back pass to Amos. Amos back along the wing to Walker, puts the ball forward for Warman in the middle, who has a shot, and it's again saved by Calambe. He has kept us in this match so far. Corner kick from Brackley. 2 minutes of stoppage time, meaning 3 minutes of this match left to play. Headed away by Naskins. Walker gets the ball out to Adebayo Smith, heads it forward to Asante. Asante, the ball in the middle for Adebayo Smith. Tackled by Ordell. Puts the ball out for a throw-in though. We've now tripled now the amount of shots we had at the start of this game, with the 2 shots before our second goal. And it's now 2-0 to Boston at St James's Park in Brackley. I will make one change. I'll make Rollins for Walker. Walker hasn't played that well, so I'm going to put Jay Rollins in. He's not quite as good as Walker, but he has got a lot of pace on him, so he can get the ball up and down the wing fairly easily. The rest of the team, however, has played very well, and I want to keep that structure we've got in the team so far for the rest of this half. Don't need any more subs. Adebayo Smith doing well, but if he does start to slow down, we'll put Dallas on for him. And everyone else, they're doing perfectly well. So, Rollins. Faith to get in there, motivates him, good. Get creative. Now, I don't want to go to very defensive too early, in case we sort of mess up a little bit in the end and we can see two very poor goals, meaning we lose our lead. And Brackley now with a throw in for Amos to Warman. Back to Amos again, crosses the ball in for Baker, and that is off the side. Very, very lucky for Boston there. That is what I mean, letting those sorts of goals in. Goals at the far post that we should be defending, but seem to make mistakes that allow them in. Tiendali to Carter, back to Tiendali. Good cross in, Hawkins with a punch away to Whittle now in the middle of their half. Baker with the ball, passes it forward to Warman. Warman runs straight past our defenders. Shot on goal, but it's very, very wide. Naskins should be ashamed of himself after that sort of defensive work. I may look to sub off Tiendali, I've realised. He's only on 60% condition at the minute. And I think putting in Penny could work for the last 10 minutes of the game. Throw from Whittle. I'll wait till after this highlight to decide what I'm going to do next. Rollins now with the ball. Tackled by Williams. Ball forward from Williams to someone I do not know how to pronounce your name. He puts the ball out to Lowe. But Anger tries to block, and it doesn't matter anyway, the ball has gone for a goal kick. Right, so I'll bring on Andy Dallas for Adebayo Smith. And I'll put him in the pressing forward role. I'll also bring off Dwight Tiendali for Alex Penny. No nonsense, fullback, defend. Okay. I'm going to praise the team so far, leading 2-0 with 10 minutes left to play. That very nearly went against the grain of the game there. Kalambe now with the ball to Naskins. The team has been fired up by the praise. Dallas tries to header it to Thomas Sane, doesn't reach him though. Maycock now with the ball. Runs it forward. He puts the ball out to McGlip. Pass the ball forward to Dallas. Dallas now onside in goal. Has a beautiful shot. Beautiful opportunity for Andy Dallas there. Making it 3-0 to Boston United. This is what I need to see every single game if we're going to stay up. Alex Penny throws to Dallas. Runs straight past the fan, across the ball in, and a beautiful header from Callum Maycock, making it 4-0 to Boston United. If we can do this against Kidderminster, we will be out of that relegation zone very, very quickly. Throw in from Brackley, Amos. Long throw. Penny with a header forward to McGlip. Now to Carter. Carter with a long ball forward, searching for Rollins on the left wing. Barely keeps it on. Crosses the ball in. Oh, Brandon Thomas Asante very nearly gets a hat-trick. But unfortunately heads it wide. We have not dominated this game like we have done the last few. We have been halved in our shot count to them, and yet we still managed to score 4 goals to their 0. And with 1 minute left to play, Hawkins with the goal kick. Can we get Asante his hat-trick? Can we get a 5th goal? Or is it too much to ask? Armson now with the ball. Puts the ball forward to something, and Kalambe catches that with a very poor shot from the Brackley striker. Naskins now with the ball. Put forward to Carter. Long ball forward, searching for Rollins. Rollins runs the ball into the box, tries to get to Dallas with a very awkward pass. I know what he was trying to do, but it just looked awkward from where he was kicking it from. Asante with the cross, the far post for Carter, can't reach him. Williams chases the ball. Stoppage time is over now, and the referee blows the final whistle on an absolutely perfect result for Boston United. going into Kidderminster with a 4-0 win on the back, we should be fairly strong in our game against the Harriers. It's just a question now whether or not we can actually hold on to this run of form of one 4-0 win, admittedly, but run of form nevertheless. Brendan Thomas Asante with 2 goals, Dallas with 1, and Callum Makeup with another. Asante beautiful in that game. 2 goals to his name and an exceptional work rate. As you can see, we haven't done poorly in this game. In fact, the only person with less than a 7 in the final 11 on the field was Rollins. But it was still higher than Walker, the player I brought him on for. So we've got Kidderminster Harriers, the team currently in 7th place, who had just been in a 0-0 draw with Farsley, who I believe were actually, they were actually in the Northern Premier last season, and yet they're challenging for promotion. Makalambe keeps clean sheet on his debut. This is what we need to see. We need to see people playing very well. Jonathan A leads the way. I will praise him for his ability he showed on that day. And Southend have made an offer for George Legg. See, this is what I mean. This is how good he was. The Southend League One side are making an offer for him. I can't afford to. I tried it, but I could not afford it. He wanted too much in his wage. When he joins Southend, I'll show you how much he wants. Because if that's less than £1,000 a week that he's getting at Southend, he's done us dirty. I'll tell you that for free. Heard him in a night on trials as well. I also made a few trial bids before I started the video. Anis Abdo, Fullwood, Victor Fundy, Joe Linney, George O'Neill, Raheem Hanley, and Matteo Aramburu. Annoyingly, Ryan Taylor, the fullback from, I believe your last team was, Fleetwood, has rejected our trial. So instead of getting him on a trial, we'll just approach him, and we can't afford his wages anyway. Never mind. That's another thing I've unfortunately become aware of, is that we have a very poor wage budget. We are committed to spending £6,000 a week. We have a wage budget of 4.8 thousand a week. That's not enough. So around January, I'm going to look to sell a couple players. Okay, it's not a player I'm going to sign, probably Abdo. Fullwood is a possibility, as is Victor Fundy. Linney is a definite no, as is O'Neill. Hanley is a possibility, and Aaron Buru is a player that I want to sign immediately. So I'm going to add him as a transfer target for a free transfer. Oh, that's annoying. His max wage is that's really annoying. We're not going to be able to afford him. We are not going to be able to afford him. £275 a week. We're not probably going to sign as Abdo, the former Bolton player, because it says here the potential to be a League 2 striker, but we need him to be a striker now. Because other than Dallas and Asante, we have not got goal scorers in our team. So we need to work on building up our team as we go. I think with that Matteo Aramburu, the only chance I've got of signing him is probably on a non-contract deal, where we don't actually pay him any wages. Nathaniel Appiah didn't play in the last game because he's got poor fitness, as you can see here. So I left him out of that last game, but also he needs to improve a little bit before he can actually come into the team as proper. Other than that, we don't really have too many right backs at the team, which is again rather annoying. But with Dwight Tiendali, as long as he doesn't get injured or sent off, we have a fairly strong right back, and that is a benefit for us. Raheem Hanley, I brought in on a trial to see if we could get him in for Will, because Will is one of our worst players in comparison. I didn't think Aaron Burrow would be accepting of a contract. So he wants to be an important player. easily give him a star player role. But the thing is, he probably won't accept a non-contract deal. I can offer it to him, but I don't think he would accept a non-contract deal. Even if I offered him, maximum on all of these, I just don't think he would actually have. Yeah, I didn't think so. But thankfully, he'll accept that deal. So Aramburu very well could be our new striker leading into our game against Kidderminster Harriers. And if that's true, he will most likely be our first team striker, without question. And George Legg, on £575 a week, he has done our club dirty. He would not accept anything less than £1,000 a week to join us. And he joins Southend for less than £600 a week. He has done our club dirty, he really has. But there's no point dwelling on the past. We've still got our goalkeeper of Kalambe in goal, and he is incredible, as was shown against Brackley. So, leading into our game against Kidderminster Harriers, we're going to probably work on a defensive approach to the game, for obvious reasons, mainly the fact that they are in 8th, we're in 22nd. And I don't think we're going to be beating that sort of odds, if you know what I mean. Ooh, Hereford with a very easy win over Southport there. Now Hereford, people that follow lower league football will know that Hereford were actually in League 2 in 2011. Then they were dissolved in 2013. Yeah, sorry, 2014-15 they were dissolved, and they had to go all the way down to the Midland Football Alliance. And as you can see, they have been on a slow rise back into English football since 2015. As you can see, they are not doing it badly. And you can see they're third in the National League North at the minute, which means they could very well be in the Football League in less than a decade. And I would be very welcome to that opportunity to play them in the league. Lambert. Oh, Jack Lambert. Okay. Alright, social feed. Let's just see. George Willis, he's not playing. He probably will be sold off before the end of January, most likely. He's not really, in my opinion, a player that I want to keep at the club for longer than I need to, and as such, I don't think he'll be, for the time being at least, of much importance. Major League Soccer, that's finished now at the end of the year, so I'll put League 1 here until the start of the new year when they start the season up again, because America is weird and decided to start their season in January and not the summer like everyone else. Lincoln leading the way in League 1. Kind of odd, but only a point ahead of Ipswich, Sunderland and Burton, surprisingly. Bottom of the table, unsurprisingly, Bolton still on 2 points. Southend, mind you, on 11 with Tranmere, and Blackpool doing very poorly in that league. Could very well see them go back to League 2, which would be a welcome opportunity for me, as it would give me a possible opportunity in the next few years as a management position. I would gladly take on the role of Blackpool in League 2, because they have a team that should be challenging for the top of League 1. Lewis Blackshaw, no. Same with Tony Aguirre, it's definite no. Suleiman Nayem, he has potential, but I don't think he has the ability at this point in time, and we need players that can play now. He would be able to step into the first team when needed. I'll scout Lewis Price and Ash Maddock. I'm not signing him. So, prior to our game against Kidderminster, I will try and finish off the signing of Matteo Aramburu, as well as Harry Philby. I believe I'm getting him on I'm getting him on either a non-contract deal or something else. And Dan Atkinson, once we've finished our scout on him, will actually confirm or deny our opportunity to sign him, because he could be an opportunity for us to either use in the future. His work permit should be okay, because I think he needs £220 for us to actually sign him. Yes, Willis will be transferred and Thanoy will be loaned out. George Willis is unlikely to play. And with the value that he has, he's also not likely to sell for very much. The entire purpose of us selling him is just to get some money back on his wages. That's entirely the purpose, in my opinion. So, Kidderminster favourites a Boston United clash. Well, yeah, I would have thought the exact same. Even without even looking at the teams, I would know that they're favourites. Kidderminster were a former League Two team, I believe, not that long ago. Boston weren't even in the conference a couple of years ago. Harry Philby, yeah, it was a non-contract deal. Bring him in as a centre-back who is fairly good to memory serve. Yeah, he's fairly strong in his position. Yeah, he's got potential to be a Barrowman national. He's a tight young prospect. He's not far from the first team as well. And if need be, he can attempt at least to pull himself through into the team, especially with Naskins being fairly, not unimportant, but fairly hit and miss when it comes to him playing, and Enger being a loan deal. We may need to look into pulling him into the team. Brett Callow will be removed from the team as entirety. And he's not there. Probably in the development centre. I was right. Yeah, we've also got Dwight Pascal. I think I possibly signed him. Wait, did I sign him or was he already at the team? No, I think he was already at the team because he's already played 4 games and I definitely haven't played him yet. And he's a full-back, but I think he's left. Oh, no, he's right back. So Tiendali is at the minute the best player for that option. Harry Philby will be in the first team for substitute roles mainly. He'll be on the bench for Thulis, who is at the minute not playing games because he doesn't really have much of a requirement to. Squad agreed playing available for under 18s. From now on, he's available for under 18 games because at the point in time we don't really have much of a need from outside of the under 18. Now, Dan Atkinson, again, we're going to delay this because I need to know whether or not he's actually any good. Because if he's not any good at 23 years old, he's probably not going to be very good at 30 years old. And I'm not going to keep him around for 7 years to find out if he's actually any good. After the game with Kidderminster Harriers today, I will end the video, obviously. As I said before, play the Spennymoor game and the Leamington and Telford games. And I'll probably come back to the Farsley, Curzon and Bradford games, play them 3, play the Guiseley and Gateshead game off screen, then play Altrincham and Southport on screen, Blythe, Chester and Alfron off screen, and then York and Kettering on screen, and then we'll work out the last few as we get there. Hopefully this season should be over before the start of January in real life, before the end of the year in other words, so we shouldn't have too much to worry about. As I said, we're going to be playing a very defensive team today, and annoyingly, as much as I would have loved for us to have, actually no, I'll keep you out actually, for us to have Aaron Buru, we couldn't, because he's not accepted our contract just yet, because of the work permit decision on the 4th of November, which is very annoying, but what can you do? We can't accelerate the process, so we have to look into playing this game without him. We haven't got a poor team in comparison. We've just got an untested one and a young one as well. So let's just hope that we can not do too poorly. We survived. Oh, never mind. Well, I'd say we survived 5 minutes without a goal, but I could be about to eat those words. Shenton loses the ball out to Thomas Asante. Thomas Asante now running through the middle. Tries a pass, but it's very poor. Enger heads the ball to Maycock to Carter. Carter puts the ball back out to Maycock, puts the ball out wide to Thomas Asante, but Davidson heads the ball forward to Shenton. Shenton now running the ball forward. Puts the ball out wide, but Whittle heads it straight to Gardner. And he runs straight past him, crosses the ball in, and they score. Oh, they don't. Good clearance from Carter means we do survive 5 minutes without conceding. Better than I thought we'd do. A win for us could actually see Kidderminster drop out of the playoff places. But that's unlikely. They'll be on 29 points, and Southport and Altrincham would need to win by enough goals to send them down a place. And Southport actually are losing currently, I believe. Bradford PA, Altrincham have now gone up into the playoff places, and Brackley have just gone ahead against Gateshead. So Kidderminster I don't actually think can be dropped out of the playoff places without a Southport win. And it's 0-0 here. This is very nice to see. I'll make 2 changes. Adabar Smith coming off for Dallas, and him being a pressing forward attacking role, and also bringing on Ashley Jackson for Whittle, because he's got a yellow card, and I do think that's quite dangerous with the left back. So I'll bring on Ashley Jackson. Everything else will stay the same for now. Start the second half, and hopefully we can keep our clean sheet for a second week running. Throw from Jackson to Carter. Carter passed the ball to Maycock. Now to Jackson, crossed the ball in. And it's a very wayward cross, and Adai catches the ball in the middle of his penalty area. Adai with a long ball forward. Gardner now. Passed the ball back to Williams. Tries to put the ball forward for Chambers. He gets through, and Chambers will probably go on to score here. Oh no, it's saved by Kalambe. Corner kick to Kidderminster. Corner kick taken by Davidson. Head away by Anger. Walker now with the ball. Long ball forward for Dallas. Touches it down on the left wing. He has not got a lot of support up here so far. And it's a poor tackle from Proser, giving us a free kick on the edge of their box. Walker to take it. Swings the ball in. Kicked away by the defence. Tien Darley now chasing the ball down. And loses out to Chambers, who very likely is about to score. Again, Kalambe keeps the ball out of the goal. Our defence is being ripped through fairly easily in this game, but our goalkeeper is holding firm. At least for now, anyway. Ball crossed out wide to Forrest, who crossed the ball back in, away by Jackson. Throw in now for Kidderminster. To Stott. To Shenton. Back to Stott again. Puts the ball out to Davidson on the left wing. Puts the ball in low and away by Anger. Davidson again. Puts the ball into Shenton in the middle. And he puts a very poor shot into the side of the net there. We have not had a shot on target yet, but that means that is nothing. That is unimportant at the minute for us. As long as we can keep them from scoring their shots on target, we are fine. We are not in any real trouble at the minute. But that could all change. Jackson with a throw to Dallas. Dallas back to Anger. Puts the ball out long, attempting to find the left wing and Walker, but doesn't reach him. Gardner now running down the right wing. Puts the ball in the middle for Weeks. Weeks passed the ball back to Williams, but it's blocked by Dallas, who now runs the ball along in the middle. Dallas gets through on goal, but has a shot and it goes in for a corner kick. That was our best chance so far this game. It's now a corner kick to Boston United. Walker to take it. Swings the ball in, and apparently it's not a highlight, despite the fact that the ball went into the box. They just completely cut the highlight short there, for reasons that I can't quite explain, but hang out. Carter now with the ball. Puts the ball to McGlip. McGlip out wide to Dallas. Cross the ball in. Asante now at the far post. Tries to cross the ball back in, but it doesn't reach anyone. Davidson keeps the ball on. Asante crosses the ball in again. It's caught in the air by Adai. This is good from Boston United. It shows our attacking intent. Adai with a long throw forward for Williams. Puts the ball out wide to Gardner. Long ball forward from Gardner to Chambers, and Naskins attempts to get there, but Chambers robs him back, and it's saved, and just gotten away by Naskins. Makalambe is easily so far the man of the match. "5 minutes this game left to play. Alright, one more substitute. I'm going to bring on Rollins for Thomas Asante. Put him on as a winger in a support role. And I'm also going to change this to attacking with some creativity. Forrest now with a free kick. Long ball forward for Davidson. I think I may have made a mistake. Tiendali now to McGlip. Puts the ball out wide to Rollins. Rollins keeps the ball on. He runs along the wing. Rollins tries to cross, but is blocked by Stott. Kicks the ball up to Chambers. Chambers runs straight through. And I think I definitely have made a mistake. Oh no, Kalambe picks the ball up. Long throw forward to Carter. To Maycock. Ball forward to no one really. Forrest passes the ball back to Adai. Ball out to Stott in the middle. Back to Forrest. Long ball forward from Forrest to Pennicott. And he scores. Yeah, I made a mistake in changing to attacking there. That was my mistake, unfortunately. And we have now dropped back into 22nd place. And the game is now over. That was a poor decision on my part, I think. A very poor decision on my part. But, unfortunately, there's nothing I can really change about that. These things happen. Kettering managed to win 3-0 against Southport, taking the top of the table after Chester drew with Hereford. And Gateshead, losing 2-1 to Brackley, meant that a draw would have seen us off of the bottom of the table. But unfortunately, it did not happen. So, with that game done, and with this completed, I will bid thee adieu until our Fastly game on the 21st of December, where hopefully Matteo and Aramburu will be available for us to play against Farsley and Curzon-Ashton, as well as hopefully he'll be available to play against Spennymoor, Leamington and Telford, because we kind of need to at this point in time. Dan Atkinson may also have joined the club by the time I come back, depending on how fast Richard Borajuk managed to get him acknowledged. Apparently, it was a chief scout for us. They went to Southport and joined us up again. So, things change. Okay then, so, from the 3rd of November until the 21st of December, I will bid thee adieu. So, for now, goodbye.